What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. Today I'm super hyped to make this video. It's a very important video we have to kind of go over. I haven't really made a video talking about strictly just this situation, but I really need to go over this because, like I said, it is important. I got a comment, and it's from Totally TikTok. He or she says, "Hi, API. I have been following the POD series for a while now, and I've been trying it myself as I am an artist. But after over 100 uploads on Redbubble and Teespring, but after a month, I have 13 likes and no sales. I'm not wearing rose-colored glasses. I know it will be hard, but I need to feed my elderly mom and me. So long story short, what niche do I need to approach? I'm not picky. I will draw/make anything to make my goal reality. Great videos. Love the dedication." So shout out to Totally TikTok. The reason why I wanted to answer this question is because I'm assuming that there's a quite large number of beginners on my YouTube channel. And I'm not really sure who's watching this, but this question needs to be answered. So something that I want to say is, in the grand scheme of time, 1 month is really not that much time, right? It doesn't really matter if you have 100 uploads, if you have 200, if you have 500, if you have 10, if you have 1,000. Obviously, the more uploads, the better, okay? So I've said this before, but at maximum, roughly, you're looking at about 1,800 designs per month. 1,800 designs per month to upload for Redbubble. Other platforms is a different story. You mentioned you use Teespring, did you say? Yep, Teespring. Okay. Different platforms are going to give you different results depending on what you upload. Okay, that should be a little obvious, but I do have to say this. For example, if you're on Merch by Amazon, you're also on Redbubble. Something might sell really, really well on Redbubble that will never sell on Merch by Amazon. That might sell on Merch by Amazon might do really, really well on Merch by Amazon, but not Redbubble. It's just a little bit different. So don't get discouraged. Everybody watching this, if you're new, if you're a month in, 2 months in, 10 months, whatever it is, if you're new to the game, and when I say new to the game, I don't mean how much time you spent. We're talking about results here. If you haven't got your first, 400 sales, 500 sales, it's safe to say you're new to the platforms, right? Crossing that barrier, I would say about 500 sales. Once you get your first 500 sales on any platform, I could very confidently say that at that point, you are good, not only good at what you do, but you know exactly what to do and how to do it, right? So, if you haven't got to that point yet, which is fine, it just means that you have a little more work to do. Now, something I want to be clear is that here you said I have over 100 uploads, and it's been my first month. I want you to think of it this way: in the grand scheme, okay, realize that there are literally almost 1 million sellers on Redbubble. I want to use Redbubble as an example, okay? There are over 1 million sellers. If we go to redbubble.com, let's just go ahead and whip out redbubble.com here. You could go ahead and see here that there are, if I just hit the search button here, let's go ahead and wait for that to pop up. You can see that there's 37 million designs, okay? On average, we tend to see that if we took the median number of designs per account, it's roughly like 30 something designs, like 33, 36, etc., which really just shows how many designers there are on this Redbubble platform. And like I say, they're almost about a million, right? I used to say, if you look at my older videos, I used to say 800,000. Then at one point I started saying about 900,000. It's about 1 million now, maybe a little bit less than 1 million, but we're getting close to that. The fact that there are that many sellers, you got to understand that 100 designs is really not much in the grand scheme. This is why I say, guys, scale will make a difference. Now, I want to be clear. Just because you haven't got your first sale in your first month is not a big deal. I'm telling you straight up, from me to you right now, don't necessarily wait for a sale. Okay, don't sit there and say, I have X amount of sales or X amount of designs. Why am I not getting sales? Don't wait for a sale. You have an opportunity every single day to create 60 designs. Every time you don't capitalize on that opportunity, you're holding yourself back. You mentioned here that you have to care for your elderly mom. I'm really sorry to hear that. But I can tell you, I've been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. When I was in high school, Even when I was in junior high, my mom had cancer, and I had to step up for the family. I had to do things that normal junior high kids in junior high, kids in high school had to deal with. And I'm not saying pity me and all this kind of stuff. No, but I'm telling you that I've been in your shoes. I know what you're talking about. You're going through some tough times right now. You got a lot on your shoulders. You got a lot on your plate, and I feel for every single person dealing with something similar. Something that I will say is that what I want you to keep in mind is that if you really, 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 from the bottom of your heart, want to truly be successful on any one of these platforms, you want to keep in mind that the cream rises to the top. The best of the best, they always rise to the top. So if you're putting your best foot forward when it comes down to tagging, when it comes down to titling, when it comes down to all these things, the design quality, and you're doing it at scale, there's no secrets. There's no hidden agendas. There's no myths. You're going to succeed, right? There's no question about it. Something that I want to address here is this person replied. His name is Lobomir Ivanov. Shout out to him. He says, it takes time to get your first sale. And I would completely agree. I'm assuming, based on what you're saying, TikTok, is that this is your first account. I'm assuming that this is your first time going deep into print on demand. So give it some time. Like give yourself some grace. I know everybody watching this, and based on my previous videos, I come off as very motivational, very gung-ho, very push-forward type of guy, and I am that kind of guy. But give yourself some grace. Give yourself room to breathe here. Understand that you literally just started. It is your first month, 2 months, whatever. You just started, right? 100 designs, a person who's working every single day on print on demand can get that done in a day and a half, right? Because 60 designs per day. I'm not saying that to belittle you, but I'm saying that to give you a scale of understanding to where you're currently at, right? So a lot of the times, we have false expectations. It could be because of the media. It could be because of the world around us. And we expect certain results after a certain level of input. And that's not the case. I want to be clear on that. I always say 60 designs per day. That's what I've been doing every day. And I'm going to be doing that basically for the whole entire this year. But I want to be clear on why I say that. I say that because at the end of the day, the one thing that I could truly control, right, that will improve everything in my arsenal, everything in my ability, is the amount of work that I put in, right? If I do more work, then by nature, I will get better at the tagging. I will get better at the marketing. I will get better at all these different things. So that's why I talk about scale. And guys, the core reality is that this characteristic of hard work, of doing more work, of working at a certain level, you have two schools of thought, two groups of people, right? Some people will say it's not about how hard you work, it's about how smart. Working smart, not working hard. And then you have another group of people like me that do preach working hard. I'll tell you why this whole working smart argument, to me, just doesn't make sense. I'll tell you why. For me, guys, every single work that I'm doing, I'm always putting my full energy into it. I'm not going to work dumb on purpose. Nobody does that, right? If I'm producing work, I am squeezing my brain to its best ability to try to produce the best thing. So when people say work smart, yes, I get it. Look for shortcuts, look for better opportunities, look for XYZ, but you don't know what you don't know. And so by nature, as a beginner, if I enter something as a beginner, I'm not going to be dumb on purpose. I just don't know what I don't know. So this whole work smart argument, if I knew the information that I was supposed to know, I would use it. So for me, the one thing that you can control, right? Because you can't just manifest new data in your brain, right? For the working smart argument. But what you can do is you can work hard enough to then become smarter in that game. You can learn new tactics, learn new tricks, and that's only going to come with scale. Guys, before I even started talking about this print-on-demand Redbubble stuff, I had over, let's say, 10,000 designs cumulative across all platforms. Before I even started talking about this stuff. So for me, guys, it's not about the the success that you currently have. It's about what you can get in the future. At the end of the day, that's why I call myself autopilot passive income, right? We search for a method. We utilize that method as our vehicle. Once we get the vehicle up and running, that's when we hit that autopilot button, which generates us passive income. And that's kind of the whole concept. So shout out to TikTok. Shout out to Lobamir. Shout out to everybody watching. Understand that it's normal to have some times without sales. It's normal. It's normal to go through some days where, you don't feel like working. It's normal to feel like not motivated and all these things. But the reality is, guys, is you got to realize that the reason why we're feeling this way, it's because of our programming. I'm assuming that majority of people watching these videos right now have went to school, right? Like students went to school. Well, school sets you up for a factory-like system, to be a factory worker, to be an employee, to be another sheep in the system, in the wheel, another cog in the wheel. If you really want to go your own way, per se, right? To separate from the group and live a different lifestyle, which is the passive income lifestyle, financial freedom lifestyle that we're talking about here, you're going to have to do things that majority of people are not even willing to do, but not even able to think of doing. So the next time when you say, I have 100 designs, tell yourself, I need 10,000 designs. I need 1,000 designs. I need 1,500 designs. I need more. And the reason why I say that is because think about everybody else. Think about all the other sheep in the system. What would they say? Would they say, oh man, I'm going to give up because I have 10 designs, 20 designs, 30 designs, and no sales? That's exactly what they would say, right? But you're different. You want to move forward into a path of success. You're going to tell yourself that I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my first sale. And guys, I'll tell you this, and I just answered a comment about this a few days ago. This young lady, I forgot what her name was. Maybe I could find the comment. Maybe it's here somewhere. Here she is, Nick R. Okay, Nick R. She says, I still haven't made a sale yet, but I've been doing more of your habits you promote. Wish me luck. I've said to her in her comment, I said, there are countless people that message me that exact same comment. Hey, I've been working so and so amount of days. I have so and so amount of designs, but I haven't got a sale yet. I can tell you that those people come back and they comment and they say, wow, I finally got my first sale. Everything that you've been saying is proven true. I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do that. And now they're inspired. I want you to live your life as if you already got your first sale, okay? I want you to live your life because, let's be honest, that first sale is the thing that removes all doubt. It removes all question from your brain, and you know now that these methods are possible. You know now that these business approaches, these ways of making passive income are actually a real thing now. It's not some sort of fabrication. It's not some sort of lie. It's something that's real and it's something that's possible. But it will take some effort and time. And when I say some, I mean a lot. It will take a lot of effort and time to build something that's worthwhile. But think of it this way. Picture yourself the lifestyle that you want. You want to take a trip to wherever. You want to be able to just sleep in and not go to work. You want to be able to live the life that you want to do. But imagine doing all that while income is just being shoveled into your bank account. Well, that only happens after a very, very severe amount of time of work. Your friends might call you crazy. Your family members might call you crazy because you're on that computer all day. But I'm telling you guys, from somebody who's been there and done it, it's worth the investment. If you spend 4 years just dedicated to your craft online, it doesn't even have to be print on demand, right? It could be blogging. It could be building your first company. It could be, whatever it is. 4 years to your craft, you can become world class at it. You really can. This goes for things like combat sports. This goes for things like, businesses. Really a lot. You could do a lot. Trust me, I'm speaking from personal experience. So what I'm telling you guys here is that it's completely possible. But I want you to move like you've already got that first sale. And the thing that can validate, by the way, that you get your first sale is look at all the other people on the internet. There are millions of people on the internet today who have made their first sale. Can we agree on that? Can we all agree that there are millions of people who made their first sale? Okay? If we can all agree on that specific fact, then we know for a fact that it's possible. And we know that for a majority of people, that first sale gives them the confidence because they're looking to see if it's possible. Well, if we know that people already made sales and we're looking to see if it's possible, then really what we're doing is we're giving ourselves an excuse to put our foot on the brake. And once you take your foot off the brake, guys, and once you move forward all the way with your success, right? And you believe truly that this is something that could potentially work for you, then there's no distractions. And it's all effort, all chips in, you're basically putting out all the cards and saying, listen, this is something that I want to do for real. And I want this really to pay the bills. And when I say pay the bills, what I really think of and what I dream of when I think of a perfect life with print on demand, is I think of an individual. I'm not talking about myself, by the way, because I'm in a different situation and scenario. But I think of an individual who maybe goes to work every day or went to work every day. I think of maybe a student in college or in high school. And they're dedicating lots and lots and lots of hours just consistently working on this craft, right? That is print on demand, whether it be creating your own website, whether it be Redbubble, whether it be Zazzle, Society6, and we're going to be talking about all those platforms, Etsy, whatever it is, right? Excuse me. I think of that person just contributing so much to these platforms to where every day they're making a little bit more. Maybe it's pennies, right? Maybe they're making a few pennies every day. But over a period of months, years, weeks, days, months, the income becomes more and more. Instead of making 10 cents a day, all of a sudden now they're making a quarter, 25 cents. Then after a few weeks, maybe they're making 70 cents a day. Then maybe after a few months even, they're making a few dollars a day. Then maybe after 2 years, they're making $50 a day. Maybe after 4 years now, they're bringing $100, $400, $300, $200 a day. Well, guys, for a certain point in time, depending on what country you are, where you're living, $300 a day is really more than enough for a lot of people. I mean, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't have big dreams, but I think $300 a day is like what, $9,000? So I think many people would be able to succeed that way, but it's not going to be able to just happen overnight. This is going to be a period of time that that you really need to dedicate yourself if you want to get there. I mean, it's really up to you. That's really all it is. And the solutions are out there. The game plans are out there. I mean, we've talked about the courses for Redbubble, the Autopilot Passive Income tag course, and I'll just give a shout out to those courses because they have contributed a lot to a lot of people that I know. Redbubble tag course, POD design course, the Zazzle tagging course. These are different courses that give you the information that I have personally learned through this game. Right? So that's all I got to say. I'll leave these links in the pinned comment in the description box down below if this is something you're interested in checking out. Obviously, we have a lot of resources. We have free resources on this website, free courses. We have paid courses, basically everything that you could possibly need. And that's for just Zazzle and Redbubble right now. I'm working on other things behind the scenes. And I'm just trying to get as much content as I can done. There's been things going on the past 3-4 weeks in my life that have been busy things, good things, I guess you could say, that have been taking a lot of my attention. And during that period of time, what I did was I started re-uploading some of the older videos that really could positively impact people. And I'll continue to do that here and there. Like, I'm not going to do it all the time, but I'm back a little bit. I can't say I'm full stroke back, but I'm getting there, slowly. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.